Okay guys, I'm here today with Dima Murovanni, huge honor for me. And guys, for those who doesn't know Dima, he's one of the most training instructors nowadays. He just coached the B team at the last year's CJI. And he also coached Joseph Chen on the ADCC trials. And he's focusing his entire career on coaching. And today he's gonna show us here how to kill the sit-up guard, which is a very annoying guard, Dima. And I'm very curious to see what you do there too. Especially for no-gi, you know, like.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I truly believe that if you master the pocket, and this is the position where it really comes to when you play seated guard against someone good, I explain what it is in a second. If you look at people that are good in this position, Nicky Rod, Joseph Chen, do you see seated guard players having success against them? Probably not.
Yeah.
And I think we all could mimic the ideas of them because you have gravity on your side. In the gi, a seated guard is way harder to pass than a no-gi, in my opinion, just because there are grips missing and we can deny the skill from the bottom that is very important to sweep us, and the skill is of balancing against our will. Very hard without grips, okay? So let me explain what the pocket position is. If you can just go onto the seated guard. Exactly. Can you come into the seated guard? Thank you, Bernardo. So now, if I have an underhook and Bernardo has an underhook, this is what I call the pocket position, okay? Similar like in boxing where you're in the pocket and you both try to hit your partner. So you will see a lot of people, and I will explain with an overhook and an underhook because I just want to be 50-50 on it. You will see a lot of people going with a normal body lock. You will now see more people going with a high body lock. Or you will see people like Joseph Chen going with a high tripod. But it's not really about the moves, it's about what do you want to achieve. And after this video, you will understand that the bottom partner will have a hard time. Because now I can use my body weight and gravity. So, Bernardo, could you lay down on your back? Let me explain where we can kill the whole guard. So if I ask Bernardo to just kick me over his head, it will be so easily. Can you do this? Beautiful, nice. Very easy for Bernardo, right? And he's stronger and heavier than me. But now I will do something and change the outcome of the lifting. So Bernardo, if now, could you do the same without lifting your shoulders from the mat? Like, can you really push the shoulders into the mat? And you're not allowed to lift them even slightly. Can you do it now, please?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's not only hard.
Yeah, because I need to
come
up, right?
Exactly, you need to, so in order to do so, look, you need to concave, right? So if I kill your shoulder line, your butterfly hooks mean nothing. So what is the conclusion? One of the ways, or one why that I can present to you, why am I doing this all stuff, is to kill the shoulder line. So if Bernardo is up and we're in the pocket position, what I could do is somehow kill his shoulder line. And my personal preference is the high body lock, high tripod method. So what I do from here is I grab an S grip and I go somewhere, let's say 1.5 fists above his solar plexus, okay? And now I can use the steering wheel motion and tuck my chin in to fall on the top of my head. Let me explain why. If you fall just on your forehead, now there's still a lot of weight on his hooks. And if there's a lot of weight on his hooks, it means I'm not distributing my whole weight on his shoulder line. So then his legs are powerful. Exactly. But if I put my weight on the head, and I don't weight at all on his legs. Now if Bernardo tries to extend me.
Yeah, it's weak.
Exactly, he's just passing himself, okay? So you guys see what I did here. I pretty much just pinned his shoulder line. And for example, Joseph Chen likes to do it with a high tripod. Me personally, I like to do it with a high body lock, high tripod method. And whatever you do, as long as you achieve that your partner's shoulder line is down, he can't really move you. So let me do it one more time. So I grip somewhere 1 fist or 1.5 fists above the solar plexus.
Oh, Dima, I cannot see from here, but how is your grip? Is it like 10-finger grip or it's Gable Grip? Or?
Yeah, good question. So me personally, I prefer the S grip, and I explain why. With the S grip, I have more mobility. The closer I get, the stronger the connection, but the less mobility I have. So there is no right and wrong as long as you have the grip. And one more thing, try to have a very loose grip, because if you have a strong grip, your fingers will hurt. So I have a very loose grip, my head is on the overhook side, on my overhook side, just because I don't want him to use the underhook, right? If my head would be on the other side, he could use it. So now I use a steering wheel motion and I tuck my chin in to fall on the top of my head. So now if Bernardo tries to move me, if he tries to do something, if he tries to push my legs away, I can just step over and start to pass my partner. And you will see a lot of passes will come out of it because you will have enough time to pin down the shoulder line. So this is one method. Let me give you another why. Why am I doing this? I could also compromise his chest line. And if you compromise the chest line, you compromise the breathing. So this is my favorite method. And be nice to your partner because this will crack the back a lot of times and this can hurt. So what I will apply now is something that I call like a sandwich method. And what I do is I fall with my upper body into my grip. So look at this. If you can still talk, you're doing something wrong. You want to fall with your chest on your grip. And you see, now I can't talk anymore because there's a lot of pressure in between or between me and my grip. There's nothing in between. So now imagine Bernardo being in between. So now I do the same thing. Can you sit up again? Thank you. Now I do the same thing, but I will grip lower. Okay, so my goal now is not to pin the shoulder line. It's to put weight on the chest line. Okay, so now I will grip a bit lower and I grip tighter. Okay, I don't want to be mobile anymore. So now I fall with my chest on the grip right here. Okay, so my whole weight is now on the chest. And you see I can still talk, but if Bernardo would say something.
Yeah, it's painful.
Exactly. And the more I fall into Bernardo, can you say something now?
Yes, it's horrible.
Exactly. So from here, it's very, very easy to start stepping over the butterfly hooks and to pass my partner.
So a second. The first move we were doing, you call the S grip. What do you call the S grip? Because, okay, the 10 finger grip. I call it 10 finger grip.
Yeah.
Okay, do the 10 finger grip. Now, which grip you're doing?
Now I try to go as tight as possible because I want to have as much friction.
And I felt there was almost like a ball behind my back.
Yeah.
What caused that?
It's because I fall with my chest into the ball, right?
Yeah.
So I'm compressing you. And the more you fall into your partner, the stronger the body lock is. So don't fall too much into your partner. So now I will use a bit more pressure.
Ah, man, it feels horrible.
Yeah, exactly. So now if you try to move.
Yeah, yes, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. So we like to use this move.
So it's this grip?
Yeah, I go as tight as
And then
possible.
it's this type of X here in the mirror that creates that feeling?
Exactly.
Man,
But
it's painful.
it's not the grip. It's do this with me. Just fall with your chest on your grip. This is what creates this. Oh. Yeah, fall with your chest on your grip. Yeah,
Okay.
and now talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, it's you don't have any space there. So if you now do it on me, and it doesn't really matter where you grip. If you just use the sandwich method, that's how I call it. Exactly, just fall with your chest on it, even further.
So I'm doing the Gable Grip, so I should do the...
Doesn't matter. Fall. Yeah, oh, that's bad. And you hear my back? Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
You heard my back crack?
Yeah.
And that's normal. It's because your whole body weight is wedging me in place. So what I do, I'm killing your chest line and I'm killing your ability to breathe freely. So this will stress me. So do it one more time. Just fall on it. Yeah, exactly.
No, this is super painful. And then in order for me to pass the guard, I just move my legs and navigate wherever I want to go.
So most of the time, actually, if I pull it, people are they're just giving up the pass because there's so much pressure.
I'm gonna try this tonight.
Be nice to your partner. So let me do it one more time. And I just want to explain why the top position is so strong. Even if I will give Bernardo, a 5-time world champion, half of the sweep, the more he tries to sweep me, the stronger the grip will be. Because the only thing that I have to do, most people try to pull it in and then they get swept. The only thing I have to do, even if I get swept, I just fall on the grip, use gravity. So I will give you half of the sweep. You try to sweep me?
Yeah.
Try.
Ah, man, it feels horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, this is powerful.
Yeah. So the stronger they try to sweep you.
This grip.
Yeah. But don't think.
Try this.
Yeah. But don't think about the grip. You can also do it like this.
Okay.
Think about removing the space.
Chest.
Yeah. Removing the space between your chest and the grip.
No, and I love it that you only need one underhook. It's not even that you need both underhooks to finish your wear lock. As long as you have one underhook, you're good.
So for example, what I trained with Volkanovski one time, and he liked this a lot because you can use a free hand for MMA. So if you only have one hand, you can do the same. Don't do the tripod thing where you go on your head. Fall with your chest on your grip. It's not as strong, but it's still strong enough.
Super painful.
Yeah, and now I have a free hand. So I could punch with the free hand, I could push the knees down with the free hand, and so on.
You got it.
And
oh man, this is awesome. No, this is good.
And this is only one thing, right? So now you understand that the seated guard is actually It's hard to make it happen if your partner is good in the pocket. So now let's create different scenarios where I gain an unfair advantage. That's what I call. So you know what you want to do. You want to flatten the shoulder line. You want to compromise the chest line. Just for a second. You can also do it with the low body lock. So most people, what they do, they just concentrate on the grip. And then I ask the people, why are they gripping like this? And they're like, I don't know. So if I'm just here holding, Bernardo can push me away very easy with his hands. Yeah, he can also push my head away very easy. Yeah. So what am I about to do? I need to pinch his hip line. I need to kill his hip line. Same thing that you do with the over-under. So what I do is I fall with my chest or with my belly on my grip. The same thing that we did. And now you will see that I will push from my hip like this. You see, I'm pushing from my hip now. So now if you try to push my head away,
yeah, it's tight.
Exactly. It's because my hip is doing the work. So if you look at this, rather than using strength, because you don't know what you're doing, you're just copying a move, you want to understand that you want to cover the hip. So what you do is this. And now you see it's wedged in place. And now I can use my hip to push my head forward.
Oh, Dima, can you show me what would be your next step in the warlock pass?
Yeah.
Using the chest. Yeah. It almost feels like how hard it's going to be for you to move your legs and continue.
Yes.
You know, like,
yes. So that's what I call creating an unfair advantage. Because if I have an unfair advantage, I have technical pressure, so you're one step behind. So one of the methods that I could use is applying even more pressure with something that I call the dog piss position. And you will see why in a second. So the moment I fall, what I can do is lift my leg up.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
it's very painful. So I will do it very slow, and I will not put too much pressure on it. So what I do is I lift my leg up.
Got it.
You see, I have an unfair advantage now.
Yeah.
So if you try to kick me away or do all of this stuff, you're pretty much just giving me a pass. And I would also emphasize people to just think about stepping over the leg. Because the moment you fixated the chest line, everybody will come up with something else. People that are more flexible into inwards rotation will backstep. People that are more flexible in the outside rotation can step over, and so on. So another thing that I could do is create an unfair advantage by making your knees turn into one direction and your upper body in the other. This is my favorite, by the way. So I will do it very slow again. The moment I fall, I'm usually doing it the moment I fall, but I will not do it because it hurts a lot. So imagine me doing it while we fall. What I do is I switch the hip line of my partner. And don't go away from the grip. You want to be on the grip the whole time. So now I killed Bernardo's legs. If he now tries to extend me and do all of this stuff, it's pretty much not there. And now I can continue, step over his legs. Or if you want to make him suffer a bit more, you pretty much just stay in this position. So you guys see, I'm looking at the Y. If I have the Y, I can create a how. I showed you some examples of the how, but you will find own creative ways if you train in the right manner. And then you can also create an unfair advantage on top of it. And if you have an unfair advantage, it just means technical pressure. Your partner is one step behind.
Yeah, so anyway, so you almost go backwards here, right? You try to start with the Y. From the Y, you find a how, which is the technique.
Exactly.
And then on the technique, you try to apply unfair advantage.
Exactly.
Well, that's a very interesting way to approach it. And it's almost like reverse engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, trying to figure out like a competitive advantage, almost like what can you add as an advantage to the technique itself.
Exactly, because think about this. I'm not only teaching a high body lock right now, I teach jiu-jitsu. So the concept applies to everything. If I'm in the chest-to-chest half guard, I can flatten out your shoulder line, right? I can put more weight on the chest line. So let us look at this actually. If we're in the chest-to-chest half guard, right? What most people are looking at is, I want to have this grip, I want to position myself there. Why? Why? If your answer is because my partner could do this, this and that, this is a bad answer because your partner can create moves in a second. What I'm looking at is, how can I pin his shoulder line? So it doesn't matter which grip you use. If you pin his shoulder line, if he now tries to do anything, it's impossible. Or if you want to apply more weight, you can go into the chest line. It's the same idea. I can drop my whole weight into the chest line. So Bernardo will tell you it's very uncomfortable right now, right? Yeah. And now I can just step over. So you see, don't try to make the move work. Try to create this why, find your how, and then an unfair advantage. And this works in all the positions.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty fascinating. Oh, Dima, how are you figuring this out? Like you already mentioned that you watch a lot of instructionals, but when you were watching, what are you thinking? What are you paying attention? What's your process there?
Yeah, so that's my gift, I would say. You have sometimes competitors that are very good in competing, but they don't really know what they do. I would describe myself as a coach. I'm very instinctual, but what I'm looking for, what I can say, is I'm trying to find the similarities between white belts and black belt world champions. So what is working for both in terms of why they are doing it? If you find this, you find the real answer, okay?
Yeah.
Because if a white belt can do it to a white belt, and a black belt can do it to a white belt, and a black belt can do it to a black belt world champion, this is what you want to look for. But I'm not looking in terms of moves. I'm looking at why are they doing this and what is the similarity. So for example, you will see if something works, the similarity is usually you kill the shoulder line, or you kill the hip line, or you kill the knee line. And this is what I'm looking for. And then you can apply to everything.
There you go. No, man, that's fascinating. And you have a lot of instructions with us at BJJ Fanatics. Which one kind of plugs on what you showed here today in this video?
Yeah, so I have a high body lock instructional. Again, I'm pretending to show a high body lock, but I'm always trying to show the concepts of jiu-jitsu overall. But if you're interested in this particular thing, high body lock, and please don't injure your partners. I only injured one person so far in the seminar, so it's relatively safe, but you don't need to test it.
Yeah, no, it's really painful. I felt it, and so be careful when you do that on your gym. And guys, make sure to check it out. Dima is such a great instructor, as you guys could see here in this video. And the way he's approaching jiu-jitsu and teaching jiu-jitsu is pretty different. It's very like concept focused versus just focusing the technique. So make sure to check that out, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you, Dima.
Thank you, Bernardo.
Thanks. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTube Faria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.